And now, your Midday Ark-La-Miss news update.
Good Wednesday afternoon, and thanks for tuning in to NBC News Daily. I'm Randy Stone with your Midday Ark-La-Miss update. Today, early voting continues in the Ark-La-Miss with the 4 issues on the Arkansas ballot this November. NBC 10's Scarlett Gully tells us more about issue number 3, known as the Religious Freedom Amendment.
It's election time, and with the early voting underway in Arkansas, we're taking a deeper look at ballot issue number 3, the Religious Freedom Amendment. This is one of the 4 issues Arkansans will see on the ballot as they make their way to the polls.
I read the amendment, did some research. I felt the verbiage was kind of vague.
If passed, issue 3 would prohibit state and local governments from burdening the practice of religion unless the government shows there is a compelling reason to do so. Some residents say this move is unnecessary.
If one person or group's rights adversely affect another, how is that handled? And it didn't define the word burden. And I felt all that was kind of like, well, what does it do? Why does it do? And how does it do? You know, and without that understanding, I felt like I couldn't support that.
El Dorado resident Odell Carr says United States citizens should not have restrictions based on religious belief.
Folk who want to practice their religion should not be restricted by the government because we are citizens of this country. I would not want my freedom to practice my religion to be restricted by any entity.
To see more details on the Religious Freedom Initiative and other ballot issues, head over to our website, myarklamiss.com. Reporting in El Dorado for your Ark-La-Miss news source, I'm Scarlett Gully.
Sarah Huckabee Sanders will host a meet and greet lunch in El Dorado today. At noon, Sanders will be at the Murphy Arts District as part of her statewide Freedom Tour. We'll keep you updated on the meeting and the meet and greet on air and online. Early voting in Arkansas will run until November 7, Monday through Friday. The polls are open from 8 in the morning until 6 in the afternoon, and on Saturdays from 10 in the morning until 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Be sure to bring a photo ID and visit sosarkansas.gov for more information. Early voting in Louisiana runs until November 1st, excluding Sunday, October 30th. And the polls will be open from 8:30 in the morning until 6 p.m. And also remember to bring a photo ID and visit sos.la.gov for more information. When Louisiana's abortion trigger law went into place, the Department of Health made an emergency list of conditions that would deem a fetus medically futile and allow for an abortion. Tuesday, the LDH took public comment on how that list could be changed. And some believe certain conditions on the list could be treated and a fetus should be preserved. Louisiana's abortion law threatens doctors with years in prison and hefty fines for performing abortions that do not fit into those narrow exceptions. As we get new details on this story, stay tuned with us at myarklamiss.com.
And now, exclusive Storm Tracker Doppler weather from the most experienced meteorologist in the Ark-La-Miss, Jared Floyd.
Daytime highs today back in the low to mid 70s under sunny skies. Winds will stay out of the north 5 to 10 miles per hour. Some higher gusts still possible through the course of the day. They will not be as consistent and widespread as they were yesterday. No wind advisories or things of that nature. In fact, most of our sustained winds should be in that 5 to 10 mile an hour range. Lows tonight will be in the mid 40s. Clear skies. Those winds continuing to die down and generally out of the northeast as we head through the overnight time frame. More of an easterly influence on the winds Thursday, ahead of southeasterly winds that start feeding the return flow of moisture ahead of rain chances late Friday and Saturday. I know the timing is a little suspect, and with football games kind of moving up to Thursday because of the rain Friday, unfortunately, the latest computer model data actually pushes the rain even later into Friday night. And so the games hanging on Friday, hanging on to their Friday start time, may actually dodge some of that rainfall. Regardless, we'll look for the overnight rain Friday into early Saturday, maybe a few isolated thunderstorms Saturday morning. And beyond that, the cloudy conditions and highs hovering near 70 through the rest of the weekend. We clear out slowly early parts of next week with mid-70s by Monday and near 80 by Tuesday. Morning lows for the most part will stay in the low to mid-50s this upcoming weekend, obviously impacted by the increased cloud cover and the rain chances for Friday night and Saturday.
NBC News Daily continues now. God bless.